Remember when Phil Lord and Chris Miller were originally going to direct Solo, a Star Wars story, before they were fired? I bet after seeing Project Hail Mary, Lucasfilm is regretting that so much right now. Hey movie buffs, I'm Jack Benner and welcome to my review of Project Hail Mary. Project Hail Mary is the new sci-fi adventure film based off the novel of the same name by Andy Weir. This is by director duo Phil Lord and Chris Miller, starring Ryan Gosling. In Project Hail Mary, we follow a middle school science teacher named Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling. He wakes up as a lone survivor on an interstellar spaceship with no memory to how he got there. As his memory comes back, he encounters an alien made of rocks he names Rocky. The two form an unlikely friendship and work together to save their planets. Are you a new viewer coming across the channel for the first time? If so, welcome to my channel. I am Jack Benner. I do movie reviews on here, both old and new, and from time to time I do some lists on here, either a top 5 or ranking video. So if you're looking for either in-depth movie reviews or exciting top 5 lists, definitely considering that like and subscribe button for more exciting movie content down the road. I have been a fan of directing duo Phil Lord and Chris Miller ever since 2009 with Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. And with each new film they've made, they have been proven to make films that are hilarious, very entertaining, and also have great heart to them. And starting with the film that put him on the map, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, this was a funny, clever, inventive, and hilarious animated comedy from Sony Pictures Animation. And I've also talked about this movie in my top 5 favorite Sony Pictures Animation movies if you'd like to check out that list. Then in 2012, they made 21 Jump Street. This was a hilarious, self-aware action comedy with excellent chemistry from Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum. And two of the most hysterical scenes in that movie, just one, Ice Cube's Korean Jesus line, and also the scene where they first took the drugs. My god, that scene had me cracking up every time I watched this movie. And in 2014, they made their magnum opus, the Lego Movie. And I'm just still blown away. They were able to make a movie about Legos this amazing. The Lego Movie is hysterical, energetic, fast-paced, clever, witty, has memorable characters. And you know this movie is special when the theme song of this movie perfectly describes this film. Everything is awesome. Oh yeah, and the Academy definitely screwed up by not nominating this film for Best Animated Film at the 2015 Oscars, to which, screw you, Academy. I don't care if this movie had live action scenes in the third act of the movie. It was essential to the film. It gave it heart. Come on, this film should have been nominated for Best Animated Film. And not only the Lego Movie in 2014, they also had the sequel to 21 Jump Street, 22 Jump Street a few months later. And I think it's just as hilarious and self-aware as its predecessor. And I love how it makes fun of sequels doing the exact same thing. Well, it's like, well, we did the same thing last time, but this time it's a little different. And once again, the chemistry between Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, fantastic. And also, the funniest end credits ever. And while deciding which is better, 21 or 22 Jump Street, I know some people think 22 Jump Street is funnier, but in my opinion, I find 21 Jump Street more hilarious than 22 Jump Street in my opinion. And now in the year 2026, they come out with a new movie, Project Hail Mary. And to give you 3 reasons to why I was excited for Project Hail Mary. Number 1, Phil Lord and Chris Miller directing this film. As I just covered their filmography as directors, I love every single one of their movies plus their involvement in the Spider-Verse franchise. And with this film, I was jumping with joy that they're back behind the camera in over a decade. And I couldn't wait to see what they do with the sci-fi movie. And second, Ryan Gosling starring in the film. Gosling is one of my favorite actors with exceptional range, and this looked like an amazing role from him. And 3, the great trailers with an interesting story here. Despite that, I never read the book this film is based on. I thought it looked like a great sci-fi film with a very interesting story here. And watching the trailers, I knew Lord and Miller was playing something special here. Project Hail Mary was one of my top 10 most anticipated films of 2026. I was super excited for this film, and even more after the amazing word of mouth with phenomenal reviews increased my excitement more than ever. And I saw Project Hail Mary opening night. And I've said this about hype in the past. When a film gets rave reviews, like over 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, everyone just praising this movie to no end, it does lead me to wonder at the same time, as much as I'm excited for it, could it live up to the hype, or would there be a part of me to find it overhyped? And guys, I am over the moon to report this movie is absolutely incredible. My God, this movie lived up to the hype. I was not disappointed one bit. It's a visually stunning and emotional experience that floored me when it's over. The best film of 2026, hands down. To start with my pros, for the first time back behind the camera since 2014, Lord and Miller return in full force in their best crafted film yet. It's always delighting to see their versatility as filmmakers, ranging from animated comedies, R-rated action comedies, and now add sci-fi to that list of genres. On a visual and technical standpoint, Project Hail Mary looks breathtaking. Just my word. This movie is the definition of visually stunning. Starting with the visual effects, just glorious. And the superb blend of practical and CGI makes this so noteworthy. And kudos to never using blue screens or green screens as recently confirmed. From the phenomenal look of the spaceships and the interior, and Project Hail Mary contains some of the most incredibly awe-inspiring and immersive shots of outer space I've seen in a movie since Interstellar. And along with the practical effects, Rocky. And it's particularly impressive, all done with puppetry. Just from how he moves and capturing his playful energy, and just able to emote even without a face. And it's all incredible work thanks to the puppeteering work involved. And second, the cinematography looks astonishing. And the director of photography is Greg Fraser, who also shot Rogue One, the Dune films, and the Batman. So no wonder the cinematography is just a feast for the eyes, capturing outer space in the most gargantuan and absolutely staggering way. And there is just one shot in outer space that made my jaw drop so much. I was just like, oh my god, this is incredible. And I seriously just want to find a way to just get a screenshot of one particular shot in this movie that's in my head I can't stop thinking about. And it's definitely giving a run for its money for the best cinematography of 2026 so far. We'll see what could top it. I also love the contrast to the looks of outer space that are so beautiful, but also to the looks of Earth that have more of a gray color palette. And continuing to prove time after time with each film he shot, Greg Fraser, as a DP, he's one of the best in the business, and he's outdone himself. And now to the man of the hour, Ryan Gosling. I also noticed his character's initials, Ryland Grace, RG, Ryan Gosling, RG. The man was made for this role, and I've already said earlier in the video, Gosling is an incredible talent with amazing versatility, doing so many different genres of film with comedies like The Nice Guys, doing dramatic roles, playing isolated loners, and he's no stranger to the sci-fi genre with Blade Runner 2049, or being an action star like The Fall Guy, or showing his musical chops like La La Land or Barbie. Now before Project Hail Mary, I was flip-flopping between either Sebastian in La La Land or Ken and Barbie as my favorite Gosling performance. Until now, this is my favorite Ryan Gosling performance. He is absolutely phenomenal in Project Hail Mary. This role is an incredible combination of Gosling's acting skills and vocal variety when it comes to comedy and drama. He could go from being hilarious to heartbreaking excellently and doing a tremendous job of carrying this film entirely to make Ryland effortlessly charismatic, likable, but also someone you want to root for when he's either in danger, uncertain, or alone. I think this is the funniest, charismatic, sympathetic, demanding, and expansive role Gosling has done yet. Now I know it's early in the year, we are in March, and we just had the 98th Oscars, and we're gonna wait a year for the 99th Oscars, and I definitely think this movie with the rave reviews is gonna be a major awards contender, and if so, I think Gosling is Oscar-worthy in this movie. Again, early in the year, it's spring, but Michael B. Jordan won Best Actor for Sinners, which I was so happy for. Would be awesome to see Gosling. I hope he's not overlooked for the rest of the year. And if this film stays strong for the rest of the year as an awards contender, Gosling has to get nominated. He carries this movie so much. And there is one supporting performance to highlight, and that is Sandra Hüller. She is terrific in this film, and you may remember her from her Oscar-nominated lead actress performance in Anatomy of a Fall, and she was also in The Zone of Interest, another Best Picture nominee that year. And fun fact, both Gosling and Hüller were nominated for acting Oscars at the 2024 Oscars. Sandra Hüller was nominated for Anatomy of a Fall in lead actress, and Gosling was nominated in supporting actor for Barbie. And she does an excellent job as being the government agent in charge of Project Hail Mary. I felt like in another film with a lesser script, this role could have been just one note, and perhaps too stern, uptight, or stubborn. Now, she may seem that way at first, but later they were able to make her more complex and show that vulnerable side to her character. And the one vital scene, which is one of, if not my favorite scene of the film, the karaoke scene, where we get to see that different side of her, but also giving a vibe that feels hopeful for not only Rylan, but the rest of the characters involved. And knowing that scene was not in the script, and Sandra Hüller would sing in between takes, and Gosling made the choice to include a scene where Sandra Hüller's character is singing karaoke, and she chose the song for that scene, and Gosling definitely made the right call for that scene. It works perfectly. And she's also not too uptight, knowing the urgency and what's at stake, and what it could lead to if anything fails. And now to this film, let's talk about Rocky. I adore this little alien so freaking much, and after you see this movie, you will too. And this is quickly becoming one of my favorite alien characters in film, up there with E.T. And it's just so amazing to see how much chemistry Ryan Gosling shares with an alien and just make it so endearing and heartwarming to watch. Even better as that friendship being the essential attribute as the emotional core, and to see the growth of it throughout the film. During their amusing interactions at first, where Ryland would find ways to communicate with Rocky, but not only are their comedic moments entertaining, later in the film, where there are more dramatic moments between those characters, it elevates the film tenfold of sharing what they've lost in the past and what's at stake for the mission, where we get to know Rocky, his purpose in the film, and just seeing them work together to save each other was just so wonderful and endearing and brought a smile to my face, and I really cared about their friendship so much. And I also want to give credit to James Ortiz, who both did the voice work and puppeteering for Rocky, and I thought he did a terrific job in both of those departments, injecting such a lively energy and selling the dramatic scenes excellently. And the story told here is fantastic. This is a very funny film coming from Lord and Miller, but it's also a terrific blend of enticing drama, where this movie has touching themes on loneliness and connection, to unite as a friendship to save everyone. And I felt like those themes made the film even more powerful and impactful. And I thought the narrative structure was quite unique, where this film actually starts with Ryland waking up from a coma, and there are flashback scenes on Earth intercut throughout the film. And I thought it was a distinct way to reveal information, and learning more about why Ryland is on this mission, without making the film feel too convoluted or choppy, but instead makes the film even more unique and impactful told this way. And another technical aspect I gotta praise, Daniel Pemberton's score is amazing. And coming from the man who composed the two Spider-Verse movies, his score here is just powerful. Whether in big moments, small moments, they're all just beautiful, and just the way it's used for outer space. I love the score so much. It's definitely going to be a contender for one of, if not the best scores of the year. As for any issues with the film, I really don't have any. Now, this film is 2 hours and 36 minutes long. It does take its time, but I never really found the film boring or dragged out too long. And I was just so engaged in the story that I didn't really mind the length. To sum up, Project Hail Mary is a sci-fi film that's amazing, lives up to the hype, and then some. Visually marvelous, funny, emotional, engaging, grand, powerful, and emotionally compelling. Astonishing visuals and technical craft. Ryan Gosling at his career best, and Lord and Miller has crafted such a wonderful story on friendship and connection. I would highly recommend this movie to you if you're fans of Ryan Gosling as an actor, you love him. Please go see this movie. He does not disappoint here. He gives his best. Fans of Lord and Miller's work in the past, like the Lego Movie, this movie's a must-see. Or if you love The Martian, another Andy Weir adaptation, this is another incredible adaptation. And if you have read the book and you're a fan of it, and you're excited to see this movie, definitely go see it. And I would love to hear your perspective if you read the book. Did you find it to be a faithful adaptation or not? Love to hear your thoughts on that. I can't even describe how ecstatic I feel to see Lord and Miller back directing a movie since 2014. And not only that, making their best film since the Lego Movie. Without question, the best film of 2026 and the first film of the year to receive this grade. And now to grade it, I'm going to give Project Hail Mary, ba-bam! 5 out of 5 stars and A+. This movie gave me so much outlook for 2026. A fantastic film across the board. Just please, if you're not doing anything right now, go see Project Hail Mary immediately. Go to the theater, buy a ticket, see it on the biggest screen and the best sound, and just see this beautiful film.
Oh no, I'll just wait for
No. Go to the theater, buy a ticket, see this movie. It's an absolute must see. And now that I did see this movie on the biggest screen, Spider-Man Brand New Day trailer looks terrific. And also seeing that Dune 3 trailer on the biggest screen.
Holy shit, I'm gonna come.
That gave me goosebumps. Just hopefully it comes out this year or if it gets delayed next year, but we'll see. And man, I can't wait for Dune 3. Just hope that is an epic conclusion. Just can't freaking wait. And with the rave reviews, box office success, I could definitely see this film as an awards contender. Again, early in the year, we don't know what's coming out for the rest of the year, we'll see. But I would love for this film to get Oscar nominations in both above the line categories, picture, lead actor Ryan Gosling screenplay, and technical categories. Definitely could see this movie getting nominated for Oscars, so we'll see how this movie does at award season. And about its box office success, I am so happy to see that it grossed $80.6 million on its opening weekend.
I see this as an absolute win.
Just so happy with the excellent word of mouth and good marketing push for this movie that's able to be a box office success, and I think it'll still be #1 this weekend and just a week before Mario Galaxy. I think that's going to make a killing. So I'm so happy with this huge opening weekend. Definitely deserves it. And now with Project Hail Mary, decided to give you my ranking of Lord and Miller directed films, all films which I love. Number 5, 22 Jump Street. Number 4, 21 Jump Street. Number 3, Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Number 2, that's where I put Project Hail Mary for now. And number 1, The Lego Movie. So that's my ranking of Lord and Miller directed films, and what is your ranking in the comments below? So I would like to hear from you guys. What do you guys think of Project Hail Mary? Have you seen it? Do you agree, disagree with my review? Or if you haven't seen it, are interested in seeing the film or not, let me know down below. Did you enjoy hearing my thoughts on this movie and want to see more reviews like this in the future? If yes, please hit that like and subscribe button if you're new here, and don't forget that notification bell for my next upload in the future. It really means a lot. My social media links will be in the description down below. You can find me on Instagram and TikTok, and if you'd like to see my written reviews, I do have a letterbox, so if you'd like to follow me on there as well. And until the next video, I'm Jack Benner, and look forward to another movie review.